Welcome to Saturday Morning Momentum. This is episode 10. This is our live stream where we come together for 2 hours so we can work on something specifically that we have in mind for ourselves, whether it's a goal, project, aim, whether you just want to catch up on some reading or have some time to do some self-care. And within that 2 hours, we are going to have 1 hour of focus work where you can really get down into the nitty gritty of whatever you're doing, focused, hopefully uninterrupted by the outside world. And we are here together as a community to support one another. For anyone new to my channel, I'm Kat, and I am basically focusing on reading and personal development at the moment on my channel. And for anyone who is watching on replay, we would really appreciate if you let us know if you use Saturday Morning Momentum for anything specific. Maybe you just used it, as a reading sprint, or maybe you got some projects done, or you knocked off a bunch of to-do items off of your list. Regardless, we want to know. So I'm being joined today by my amazing friends, and I'm going to throw it over to Liz so she can introduce herself. Liz.
Hi everyone, I'm Liz. I'm into retro media and analog living. I actually just completed my bingo board, so I don't know what I'm working on this year. That's to be determined. What about you, Laurie?
I'm Laurie. My channel is Books, Ink, and Paper. My daytime job is professional coaching with clients, and sometimes it gets in the way of my ability to read. But this last week, I want you all to know that I am fascinated and completely compelled by my new bird feeder and watching the birds eat. So I haven't read as much because I love staring at them. So how about you, Jen?
I am Jen. You can find me at Literary Love 123 on YouTube, Instagram, and Threads. If I look like I just woke up, that's because I did. I am typically reading horror and discussing it through a literary lens. And right now, I am very much into my personal curriculum. Yes, I don't follow trends, but that's one I jumped on because I won't take up too much time talking about it. I have a video that I just released talking about it, but I am pretty much obsessed with my courses this spring.
Well, Jen, please put a link to that video in our chat at some point today so that everybody can watch it. I apologize for not being able to watch the premiere. Okay. I will be watching it. I was busy selling books at the Friends of the Library sale yesterday. So trying to, get funds for our public libraries. But yeah, congratulations on getting that personal curriculum out. I think personal curriculums are amazing. I've probably been doing personal curriculums and not realizing that was a thing. I didn't ever put a name to it, but it is trending. But I do think it's because people want something to enrich their lives. They want to work on something that's not necessarily something they have to do, but something they want to do. And perhaps they don't want to, go to a class or pay any certain amount of money, for tuition or whatever. And guess what? They're in control of their curriculum.
Exactly.
So they can do it as long as they want, as short as they want, and see how it evolves. So yeah, anyone who's doing a personal curriculum, which I think a lot of y'all are, kudos to y'all for doing it and putting it out there and sharing.
It will help with what we were talking about beforehand too, not so much doom scrolling, and it helps combat that brain rot too, because as we get older, it's always good to learn something new. So I'd love to know about your week, Kat. How was it?
It was pretty good. I mean, I got all of my intentions that I put out there to do. I was a little my focus was a little bit everywhere. I was telling Liz and Laurie that before we hopped on. And I think what I should have done, I should have focused on one thing each day until it was finished or where I was satisfied, instead of being like a pinball in a pinball machine. I mean, it's all going to be good. I know it will, and that's where I think I have to rein myself in and just say, look, you're excited about this thing that's happening in May. Let's think about what you've got going on in March that you have to tackle first. So I think that's the thing, wanting to do everything at one time, and I can't do that anymore. I've lost that ability.
I feel you.
I mean, because
Oh, sorry. It was a new moon this week too, and then the equinox was yesterday, and so that always. Yeah, and I think Mercury's now out of retrograde, so we're adjusting back into different things. I think I really think that impacts me a lot too. I was very scattered this week.
Well, I will tell you one thing that I wanted to do. It was on my to-do list Sunday, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, and it was for me to schedule my week, like literally do a schedule of you're going to do this at this time, this at this time. I did not do that. So I kind of went into my week kind of willy-nilly, if that makes sense. And so then it was like, I have this, because I didn't have to go anywhere. I had no appointments. I had full days basically. And it was sort of like, I have all this time. So I'm going to try to do all of the stuff, and things just take longer than you anticipate. That's one of the things you would think at my age, I would have realized that, like you always, if you think it's going to take an hour, it's really going to take 3. Well, at least for me, it's going to be that way. But, and it's one of those things that when you come on over to the other side of it, after you've experienced whatever it is, you're like, had I done the one thing on Monday, I could have completed it. I would have done another thing on Tuesday, I could have completed it, kind of thing. But I just need to be better about making a schedule, making a plan, that kind of like going to work. If I was at work, that's how I would have done it. So it's like, I don't know why I don't do that in my personal life. Sometimes I'm confused about that, perplexed, I guess. I don't know. Elena was the first one here. Hi, I have been here before, but hi again to everyone. She says she's good and that she's going to continue reading The Intruder by Freedom McFadden this morning. I will read the book before I leave with my mom today, because I have one book I need to pick up. So I would recommend getting some new books from the library. That sounds like a good plan, a very good plan. Then Nikki is here. Hello, Nikki. Hello, and good morning, everyone. I'll be reading Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. I'm planning on finishing it today or tomorrow. Nice. And Naomi says, hello, everyone. Today I am focusing on self-care for this time. Kudos to you. I'll be doing a self-care activity from my Adventure Challenge Solo Edition book. I love that. I really do love that. Especially, productivity doesn't always have to be like a grind, like trying to have to get as many tasks done as possible. To me, self-care falls into productivity too, because if you can take the time to recharge your batteries, you're going to be more productive in other areas. So good for you, Naomi. I like that. Swank's here. Howdy, everybody. Happy World Poetry Day. Happy World Puppetry Day. And happy Common Courtesy Day. Happy Crunchy Taco Day. Well, I think you could have a puppet read some poetry, being courteous while also crunching on a taco.
And reading a poet.
Yeah. And Kathy's here. Good morning, all. Reading Sleeping Spells and Dragon Scales. Love that title for middle grade Mark. Also listening to Silverborn during the power hour while I get some chores done and get ready to go to a family celebration later. Wonderful. Good morning, Krista. Got my shoes on and my spinner wheel pulled up, and I'm ready to go. Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday to you, Krista, as well. And Kathy said it was nice seeing you at the reading retreat last week. Yes, same. So happy. That reading retreat was so much fun. Don't you think, Laurie? So much fun.
I do. I wish I had not had the wedding and the birthday party, because I missed so much of it, but don't tell my family that. But but I really did. I enjoyed it so very much. It's one of my favorite things to do every year.
Yeah, and we got so many amazing book recommendations.
Yes.
between fiction, nonfiction, we even got a collection of poetry this time, graphic novels. It was really, really nice. The games were fun. I had to miss a little bit, and I think there was a game in there that I missed that I was hoping to be able to do. I think it was that Scrabble kind of game, because I went to go see Little Shop of Horrors, which it was the play was wonderful. So they're performing their last weekend this weekend. I hope that they can get to selling out or as close to selling out as possible, because it was phenomenal. Probably one of the best that the Columbia has put on. I think a lot of it has to do with Audrey too, just seeing the growth of the plant over time, and the puppets were just so much fun. So much fun.
Great.
But yeah. Reading with Hillary. Good morning. I'm reading The Tainted Cup. That's your territory, Laurie.
I just noticed that.
Laurie.
Yeah, let me know what you think, Hillary.
Yeah, Laurie, you read that with Andy, didn't you?
I did, and we're going to read the second one, I think, next month as well. Yeah, so Andy's keeping me on my toes.
Hi, Shannon. Made friends with the like button. Good to see you. Yeah. Shannon is an author, and she released a book this week, y'all. She released a book. Shannon, you should put a link in the chat. Shannon writes romantasy. If anybody likes that genre, you might want to check Shannon out. She also hosts she hosts productivity sprints for Focus during the week. So if anybody wants early morning, sprints, Jen also has been doing some self-care sprints on Tuesdays. So if anybody needs those, to help them out a little bit, that's your ladies. Molly's here. Good morning. Jen is here. Good morning, all. How are you, Jen? Jen was also with us at the retreat.
Yeah.
And I feel like bird watching is next level adulting. I had to stop and walk yesterday to watch a few birds. No clue what they were, but they were so cute. I know how you feel, Krista, because my big treat is when I'm walking, and it's got to be, it's either geese or ducks, whichever ones, probably geese. Aren't the geese the ones that honk? Yeah. Anyway, they fly, and the whole time they're like honk, honk, honk as they're flying across the sky. But it's just like, I'm just amazed by them, especially when they fly in formation. If you got a bunch of them and they fly in formation, that's always just, I don't know, it makes my heart happy.
They're always in my neighborhood across our house. But there is an app, Krista, that you can identify what bird it is if you take a snapshot of it. But I haven't been able to, like, if I come out with my phone in my hand, the birds are all like, "Oh, we're out,"
So you're camera shy.
Yeah, but it's fun. I've done it a couple of times when we were on vacation. So yeah.
Molly said, "Okay, Swank, tacos for lunch it is." And Michelle's here. Hello, Michelle. Good morning. I'm hoping to finish People Like Us this weekend. It's my last book to read for the BookTube prize. Nice. And want to submit my ratings and then get to mood reading. That sounds like a good plan. And Alexis is here. Good morning. So happy to be here live. Same, Alexis. It's so good to see you here. And Denise, good morning. Just loaded the dishwasher, drinking my first cup of coffee. I'm going to do some book organization for Power Hour. That sounds like fun. Mm-hmm. Book organization. And Kathy said to Laurie, besides reading, I love watching the birds at my feeder. Mm-hmm. And Denise said, definitely going to check out your video, Jen. Sounds interesting.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
And Laurie was telling Kathy, they're beautiful, aren't they? Fun to watch. Good morning, Tina. So good to see you here this morning. And Shannon said, just woke up, so off to get coffee and feed the kitty. Sounds like a plan. Did your son arrive, Shannon, or is that tomorrow? Her oldest son is coming home, so to stay a little while, I believe. And Swank said my sleep cycle got screwed up and it messed up my Monday through Wednesday, got back on track starting Thursday. Yeah, it only takes one little, thinking about that. I really thought the time change was going to be better for me. I don't know why it has not this time around. And I don't know if it's because it's been cold. I just thought daylight savings time was going to happen and I was going to pop out the bed It does not happen for me at all.
It's the darkness for me. It's dark too long in the morning.
I don't know. Well, maybe that, but also because it's been cold this week too.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just want to stay snugly up in my bed. I don't know. Krista said, one of the things on my to-do list today is to finish setting up Bestie's Discord for everyone to the retreat. Yay! I love that. That's amazing. And I do appreciate Krista. I do need to give a shout out. I gave shout outs in the feedback list, but you can report back to the ladies, that all the hard work that y'all put into going through all that. It's amazing how y'all set that up, from just like the theme to the printables to, Sarah taking all the information about the books so that we can truly like listen and stay present for what the reader is saying, instead of sitting there missing half of what they're saying because you're trying to write, down everything at the last minute. But, and also Amanda compiling the social aspect of it so that we can, connect with our our new friends, from the retreat. Jen said, I'm currently finishing editing a film that has to go up today, so I'll be working on that. Good. Hillary said, I'm loving the Tainted Cup. It's bringing me out of a reading slump. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
And Swank says, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and star that because we're going to get into intentions into a second, and we'll come back to that one. Carissa said, good morning. Good morning, Carissa. Good to see you. Jen said, we have lots of geese, but we have also been taken over by turkeys. It's pretty funny. Turkeys can be scary.
But geese will chase you too.
Yeah, geese are
Yes, they will. And Krista said, yes, they have chased me away a few times. Thankfully, I was close to my car. They're all over our neighborhood.
Yeah,
that is, I have never heard of turkeys being like wild and after you. Ducks, geese.
Geese are
yeah, they'll come and they'll do that honking thing at you. Shannon said, heard you mention the book, so race back to grab the link. The Florist's Budding Desire Romanticy.
Oh, fun.
I love the title.
Too. And Shannon's confirming son is coming in tomorrow. Excited to have him home for a little while. He just did the swearing in for the program Green to Gold, going from enlisted to officer. Normally paying for his college here. Yeah, Shannon did mention she was hoping he was going to stay a little while with them, but he did mention he wants to have his own place. But, maybe he'll spend a good amount of time there before he does decide to get his, his own place. And Jen seconding that. You guys are amazing. Talking about the retreat organizers. Alicia said, hello, Kat, Liz, Laurie, and Jen. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Just waking up and drinking my coffee. Sounds good. Shannon said, after he finishes the degree, then he'll give back an equal number of years to the Army, but now as an officer. I love that. Also, just to mention, Shannon and her husband are both military. Well, Shannon's retired military. And her husband, I think, is retired as well. Shannon, correct me if I'm wrong. And Carissa's getting into what she's going to be doing, so I'm going to start that. And then Krista said, thanks so much. We have so much fun putting the retreat together. It's a highlight for us too. And we love the feedback so we can make each one better than the last. I know it's always funny. Lindsay says, we think this was the best one yet. And we always say that, but what I like about it is it's not always the same thing. In the sense that, yes, they do have similar components every time that you look forward to, but then there's fresh things that surprise you. That makes sense as well. And Jen said, yes, turkeys are vicious. Maybe we don't feel so bad about eating them on Thanksgiving dinner, Okay, so we're getting into intentions. I'm starting that one too. And then, hubby is retired military. I did 7 years. But was medically discharged when I messed up my shoulder out in the field.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but we thank you for your service and your husband's service and your son's service, Shannon.
Yes, indeed.
And Shannon met her hubby in the Army. Ooh. military love. I love that. I met my husband at Winn-Dixie. Not as glamorous as the military. But it is what it is, right? Okay, so we are going to talk about intentions. What are your intentions, Liz, for Power Hour?
Well, this week I was completely offline from like last Saturday to this morning, which was lovely, but it also meant that I didn't watch any videos. So I am very excited. I pulled up Jen's and I saw David Lynch, and I am like the biggest David Lynch fan. So I am definitely watching that first thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to figure out what I'm doing for the rest of 2026, because as I mentioned, I finished my bingo board. So I need a focus or a goal. So
very nice. I cannot believe you finished your bingo boards in the first
right.
quarter of the year.
the
that's
stress
That to me is amazing. But I will say this about Liz that I've noticed, because Liz and I, for the last couple of years, maybe 3 years, something like that, we've kind of compared our lists that we've been making for the year. And I think our first year together, it was kind of like, kind of thing. Last year, Liz completed everything on her list, I think, but one item that had to do with travel, which just didn't work out because of the people you were traveling with, right?
Right.
So that was like kind of out of your control for that one item, but you replaced it with other things, obviously. But I admire Liz for being able to do it. But a lot of the reason I think she is so successful is because she doesn't get caught up in a lot of like the social media. And she's really like taken the time to go back, like when we were younger, before all of this, where you did get a lot of things done because you didn't have any competition, right?
I think so. I think being off of social media definitely has made me more intentional with my time and my focus. And that's been helpful to me. I mean, there's good things that come out of social media. So I'm not criticizing anyone who's on social media, but it's just not for me, although I'm being pushed that way for work and other reasons. So I'm always curious to hear people who have been able to find that equilibrium, because I never could. So it was either positive or negative for me. But for a lot of people, that's not the case. So if anyone has tips to share, I would be open to hearing that.
I'm striving for that balance with social media, because I do think, like you said, there is a place for it. I can see how it benefits people in business, or when you're trying to build your channel, you're trying to get yourself out there to show the world what you have to offer. And I think in healthy doses, it can be enriching. But like you said, it could also be a time suck if you end up keep going down those rabbit holes, you know, instead of doing things that are really important to you. It's always like, you know, when people tell you they don't have the time to exercise, or they don't have the time to read, or they don't have the time to do whatever it is that they want to do. Well, if they really track their time and saw where their time went, they'd be surprised at how much time they do have. It's just, what is it? The priorities. What are you making a priority? Basically, that's what Laura Vanderkam always says. She's a time management guru. And she said, it's not that you don't have enough time. It's what are you prioritizing your time, kind of thing.
You know, but more than the time suck for me anyway was just sort of relationships, because a lot of times like I would post something and so people kind of already knew about it. There was like nothing to talk about really, or I shouldn't say that. You don't talk about it in different ways. And I have found now that when I go out to lunch with friends, like we are truly catching each other up, because I know nothing. And that's been really rewarding for my own personal relationships, because the conversations I feel like are more present, because they really are informing me of things in a really organic, in real time kind of way, if that makes sense to people.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. I love it. So I'm striving to be more in your direction, Liz.
Me too.
Laurie, what are your intentions for Power Hour?
So I was going to work on my taxes, but I'm going to do that later today. But I did get some work done on that this week, and I feel like I can finish today or tomorrow. So I'm feeling good about that. But I did decide that I didn't want to do that during this time. So I'm going to update my reading tracker because I need to put in a couple of books. And then I'm reading this for my book club with my friends from the retreat. So this is a reread for me, the hunting party. And I'm not liking it as much as I think I must have the first time I read it, but I'm going to finish it so that I can.
Is the hunting party the one where people are taken and they're being hunted by, like, somebody's hunting them? Is that
well,
what
there is
is
so
kind of like?
I'm trying to remember. I think I know what happened at the end, but so far what it is it's a bunch of friends who grew up together while they were in college together. I don't know that they grew up together. And they all go for this retreat alone for the holidays. It's snowing, they're isolated. There's not a lot of people out there and then of course, it snows real bad and they're stranded and they're worrying now. And, so what happens to that? But the tagline is everyone's invited, everyone's a suspect. So there you go.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was giving me the Dangerous Game vibes, that short story.
Oh,
That's what I was kind of thinking about at first.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just the first time I gave it 4 stars, but we'll see what ends up happening. But it might just be it's not my time.
Right. Yes, that makes sense. How about you, Jen? What are you up to?
I am going to be working on a discussion guide for The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. I'm doing a local book club for teens. So that's the story that we're kicking it off with because it's short, but packs quite a punch. And it's surprising to me how many of them have not read this. So I'm really excited because I guess I'm sadistic because I love to see people's reactions. Like when something horrible happens, like in horror movies or whatever, like if you've seen Hereditary, the scene. And I just love to watch people go.
Or you could be like me and rewind it several times because did I really just see that?
Right. Just like did that. Yeah. So I'm excited about, scarring some teens for life. And if I have time, speaking of scarring people for life, I will continue reading The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer, written by David Lynch's daughter, Jennifer.
All right.
I'm embarrassed to admit that I've never read The Lottery. I am new to Shirley Jackson. Shirley Jackson was not an author that I was ever introduced to in high school or in college. Shirley Jackson was never brought up in my literary diet growing up. And my first book I read a short story for Week of Weird, one of the rounds of Week of Weird, and it was really good. And I cannot think of the title of it right at this moment, but it was very eerie in a quiet sort of way, but I loved it. And so then my first book that I read was We Have Always Lived in the Castle.
That's my favorite.
And after reading that, I'm like, why had none of my teachers ever introduced me to Shirley Jackson?
Do you know about the ending of The Lottery?
I don't know anything about The Lottery except that it's supposed to be very good because I taught with one of my fellow teachers at Holy Ghost. She teaches it in 7th grade. And she's like, just would rave and how the kids loved it and all that. And it's like, I need to make the time to read some Shirley Jackson. But even at that time, I didn't. I mean, my journey with Shirley Jackson is new. Like I'm telling you, like last year or like whatever the Week of Weird, it might have been in the September of 2024, maybe. I'm telling you, I know who she is. I want to learn more about her, even like her personal life, because there's a very interesting life and just, I know there's a lot of social commentary in her writing. I saw that in We Have Always Lived in the Castle, but yeah, it's so weird to me that she was never ever mentioned in high school or in college for me.
Well, I am so excited, and now I need you to read The Lottery. I'm not going to say please read it during Power Hour. You have plans. It's very short, but I need you to read it because I need you to respond to it. I need to talk to you. Please read it.
I will, and I will let you know for sure.
Yay.
Well, during my power hour, I'm going to fold my laundry that's in the dryer first, and then I'm going to work on some old school April. I need to figure out how many points the books that I am recommending and my movies that I'm recommending, how many points would give people who are going to join the competitive teams if they want to do that. So that's what I'm going to work on. And I think that will take up all of my time because sitting there scrutinizing each prompt to see does this or not, especially since the two books that I picked, I've read them both, but it's been a while. So it's like I can't 100% remember. So we'll have to see what happens with that. So let me get back in here. Swank was saying today during Power Hour, she's going to continue her ADHD for Badass Women. Very nice. And Carissa will be folding laundry and listening to A Court of Wings and Ruin. Excellent. You'll be doing laundry with me. Alicia said today's intentions are to video edit a video and update my planners and journals and reading. You have a lot that you want to do during that time. Let's see. To Jen, could you link your video? Would love to watch it. So make sure you do that first, Jen, so people will see that. Denise said, would love to know more about your bingo board. Liz, do you have a channel?
I don't. I think about it, but I do not.
Liz,
I want to think of a way to share them.
I was going to say, maybe, I don't know how you feel about sharing it in Discord. If you want to do that, you could maybe either in the craft channel, or if you want to do it in Saturday Morning Momentum under something like recommendations or something.
Yeah. I'll think about that. Yeah.
I'll think about what you want to do with that. Or maybe even if you and Denise want to message each other on Discord, that's something also.
For sure.
Possibility if Denise does Discord. Krista said, my intention for today is to get 5 or more things done from my wheel. I think you're going to probably do 7. You're lucky number 7, Krista. I've noticed you get 7 things done for sure. And Jen said, I'll link it when we go to sprints. I'm so excited to see it. Alexa says, I completely agree to Liz about the social media, and I love that. And ooh, that looks awesome. I love Lucy Foley. I just read the guest list.
Yeah.
Nikki said, I was shocked when I looked at my list of priorities and how much time I was just wasting doom scrolling, so to speak. Yeah. That's where you get kind of disappointed with I get disappointed with myself. I'm like,
me too.
You are so gung-ho. And I will tell you, it also changes your mood and your motivation, like your energy. At least for myself, it does. Once I finish the video, I'm going to work on updating my book journal. I'm so behind. Yes, I know, Swank. I'm sad about that. And I haven't read that either.
We might have a giant group read here for the lottery.
Shannon said, love The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. I used that in my curriculum when I taught college literature. That beginning was so innocuous with A Sunny Day on June 27th. Kathy has not read The Lottery either. And Andy's here. Good morning.
Morning. Yay.
And same here, Kat. I know. I need to read this.
You can read it like free online too. I think it's still like the New York Times. They ran it, when she first wrote it, it was a big controversy, which you'll understand after you read it. So yeah, you can, it's free online. So y'all go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to put that in my list. I did buy The Haunting of Hill House in January when I went to Barnes and Nobles. They had a sale. It was like buy one, get one for 50% off kind of thing. So I went ahead and I bought it. I'm like, I've been wanting to read it because I want to watch Mike Flanagan's show.
Yeah,
I know that it might be different, but it's like I just want to be able to have some point of reference. I want the reading experience first. Yeah. Nikki said, I haven't read any horror. I need to read Shirley Jackson.
Yes.
That's good.
Tina said Cal Newport is an author and YouTuber. He talks about deep work, productivity, less screen time. He also talks about navigating, having less of traditional social media presence. So Cal Newport.
Looking that up now.
I'll have to look that up. If somebody if one of y'all look that up during Power Hour and want to put the link in, that would be great.
He wrote something I listened to, but I can't for the life of me remember what book it was. But he's got a pretty popular one.
Okay. And for Power Hour, I'm going to finish my morning routine and read a bit. Alexis said for Power Hour, I'll be updating my reading challenges and graphics. Very nice. And Mindy says, good morning, Mindy. And listening to the Black Count, 16%. And Molly says, I am slowly reading Life Among the Savages by Shirley Jackson. It is a memoir about her and her children and husband. It would be good to learn more about her. Yeah, I have one of her books on my wish list. It's just a matter of getting around to do it. I have so much to read. It's like trying to juggle all of it. And time. I need to be in the right mind space to read a memoir because I want to take the time with it. I don't want it to be something that I rush through. And I have a list of house blessings set up Spirit City that I need to manifest.
Nice.
Ooh. That's a fancy way of saying chores. I love that. Swain says, haven't read The Lottery, but just got it from Kindle Unlimited. Excellent. Carmen's here this morning. It's 6:30 here, so I'll be having coffee and reading. Excellent. All my West Coasters, thank you all so much for being here this early. And Mindy says, I'm going to work on my old school April journal. Fun. And Denise loves Cal Newport. Here is the channel. Thank you so much, Laurie, for putting that in. Anybody wants to go check out Cal Newport, here is a link. And Molly said you might do good anti-scrolling journals. Ooh. Shannon said, I need to finish waking up and then do some cleaning for Power Hour. Sounds good. Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport is pretty popular. Is that the one you're talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
So digital I can't even say it.
I like that title already.
Okay. Alicia, I knew Alicia would be there. My quick draw.
Gave you the whole thing. I just made you go look it up. Yeah.
No, Alicia has typing skills, y'all.
She really
can type
does.
super fast, and she is so good. So good. Thank you, Alicia from Tina. Yes. And then Cal Newport. That's Barnes Noble's name.
Hey, thank you.
And then here is the digital minimalism.
Look at her go. Alicia is like.
Yes. I told Alicia that if I could have an assistant and pay an assistant, Alicia would be my assistant because she's so quick, so good. And I could give her a list and it would be done like in 5 minutes. So very, very nice. She is also a queen of a spinner wheel like Krista. Just saying. Both of them are spinner wheel queens, which I think is great. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get our banner up for Power Hour, get our clock up, and we're going to get started so everybody can get what they need to get done. Okay, is it up there? Yep. Okay. Yep. Happy Power Hour, y'all. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Whew, that went by too quickly. I did my laundry. Then I had to help Barry with the grocery list so he could go grocery shopping. And then I got to my OSA. And anybody who has ever participated in Old School April, I am trying to figure out my points for my books. And I keep discovering that the book fits more prompts than I actually thought. And one of my books that I'm doing is a bear called Paddington, which I love Paddington Bear so very much. And anyway, this little book, it's amazing how many points it's going to potentially give you if you read it. So anyway, I'm just not thinking enough about it when I'm looking at these prompts. Like I'm just trying to like do a general real quick. But and I confer with Kelsey just to make sure that I'm not being too over the top with it. But anyway, that's what I got up to. How about you, Liz? What did you do?
Well, I started by watching Jen's video, which was excellent. Highly recommend to everyone. And I apologize for the essay that I wrote. I just couldn't help it. I kept saying, yes, yes, yes. I will talk this with you. Yes, yes.
I love when people write essays.
Good. So I did that. And then I tried to make a list of some things I thought I might want to work on for the year. So that was it.
Excellent. Jen did pop her link in for her personal curriculum, and she also posted it in my Discord. So if anybody misses the link in the chat but wants to go back and you're on my Discord, you can check that out. Jen also has a Discord if you want to check her Discord out as well. Laurie has one as well. If y'all want to put your Discord info in the chat, you are more than welcome to do that as well. However, I think you would also find it if you go to my Discord because y'all link it in your description boxes, correct? Of any videos y'all do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Perfect. How about you, Laurie? What did you get up to? Did you do what you planned?
Yeah, I did. I got caught up in my reading journal and did the word search, which was kind of fun just to do something different for a minute. And then I started reading my book and I made some progress. I think I'm almost halfway done. So that makes me feel a little bit better. You can't always tell. I can tell on the Kindle, but I don't always look. But in this physical form, it looks like I've made progress. So hopefully it's just, it's always that fourth book or fifth book, like that just knocks me off a little bit. And then I'm like, oh, let me finish this one before the end of the month. So yeah, but I did get the video or the audiobook, Travis, and I should get into audiobooks. Oh no, I thought you meant I should listen to the audiobook. I think my voice is horrid. I can't imagine doing that. But anyway, I hear the audio is good. I just haven't done it yet. So
okay. Well, Jen, how about you?
Oh, is it me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. You
see, you hypnotized her, Laurie, with your voice.
Yes. I apologize for the noise. I put that in our chat too. Tim is mowing. I knew he was going to mow today and he can't this afternoon because I'm going to be gone, but it's like, I didn't know he was going to do it exactly now. So that really messed up my power hour plans because Reno woke up and he's like right by my window now. He is in the doghouse. Anyway, so Reno woke up right as power hour was starting. So obviously, I had to get her up, change her diaper, and feed her breakfast. So I only got to barely do anything with. He literally just went right by the window.
You're fine.
I'm so sorry.
No,
anyway, I see
it's giving us ambience like a regular Saturday morning.
A terrible ambiance. I'm getting
Saturday morning in the neighborhood, but you're in the country.
Yeah, very much in the country. So yeah, all I got to do for my discussion guide for the lottery was to put, at the top, the lottery by Shirley Jackson discussion guide, and then put like 3 bullet points, characters, themes, symbolism, that's all I got to do. But it's a start.
It is. You started. You started. Okay.
And I
so
did listen. Yeah, I listened to a little bit while I was doing some other stuff, like getting Rena's breakfast ready. I listened to the audiobook that I'm currently listening to, which is The Secret History of Twin Peaks, written by Mark Frost, who is one of the co-creators. So I am deep into David Lynch, and it's fun, but also I'm having the most bizarre dreams. So there's that.
Yeah, so there's the video if y'all want to check it out again. Her personal curriculum. I have that book by Mark Frost, and it really is cool because it has all kinds of different pieces of media in it that really is fun to get into. So Kelly popped in and said, happy time zone, my friends. I'm getting my Priory of the Orange Tree pages in before starting my weekend. Andy also popped in to tell us bonjour. So happy to see Andy. And then Laurie was telling us that the geese just made their morning visit. So, of course, I was saying Hong Kong. Hopefully they honked at you.
And we're so happy to be flying over my house twice. Yeah.
Right. So we had some hellos to our people that came in once we started. Our friend Jamie popped in to say hello and hit the like button. She's having a wonderful week in Colorado with her grandkids. I can't wait to find out what the reaction was to the little mini Lowe's buckets, because she's got some for her grandkids to bring up there and put some things in it. So I can't wait to see how that went. But her last day in Colorado is today, and she's wishing everyone a great weekend. Andy also came in and says that she's reading the graphic novel Gumshoe, recommended at the reading retreat from my library during Power Hour. It was cute. That is good to know. And then our friend Travis is here. Good morning, beautiful people. Just waking up, kind of still haven't got up, which is fine on a Saturday. No reason to feel bad about that. And Travis said, I have a 2-page and a 6-page paper to write today, all for the same class. And I'm also reading To Wake the Dead by Richard Lehman, which is chaotic but entertaining. Very nice. I'm glad to hear that you're able to read. He said he was going to try to do maybe audiobook the other night, because he's, doing so much eyeball reading for his class and writing that he wasn't getting to any reading for fun kind of thing. And so hopefully that will help. I also, while I was doing my laundry, was listening a little bit to Zero to Well Read. This is a podcast that I put on my 26 for 2026 to listen to. And their first episode is The Great Gatsby. And I am really enjoying it, because even though it's been a little bit since I read The Great Gatsby, I reread it when Andrew was in high school, I believe. Mm-hmm. I think he read it in high school, but I remember the gist of the story enough to be in the discussion. And the hosts tell you that even if you haven't read the book, this might either make you decide if you want to read it or not. The whole premise of this podcast is, like, some people feel like if you're ever like cornered at a cocktail party and somebody asks you if you read these classics or whatever's mainstream at the moment, you're not like kind of thing. You kind of hold your own. But I'm enjoying the hosts. Both of them work for Book Riot or have written for Book Riot for years. And so they are well read and have a lot of knowledge of books and the publishing and all that aspect of it. So if anybody's interested, they even have an episode on Twilight. So it's not just classics, y'all. There's a variety. And they even tell you there's a variety, because even if people think that Twilight's not, all that or great or whatever, it is mainstream, it's contemporary, and it could spark a water cooler conversation. I mean, so we have all kinds of readers. But I needed to start this because Liz and I are going to be having an update soon. And I need to at least feel like I've accomplished something on my list. But I will be honest with y'all, with my list, I need to post it somewhere that I can look at it every day, because that is what's making me not tackle things on it, is I'm forgetting about it. I'm forgetting that I have that list, because I am doing my ABC Adventures. So I think because I'm focusing more on that, I'm like forgetting about the other things on my list. I'm just going to be honest about that. Travis said, also have a watch party for Dr. Sleep tonight.
Oh,
Discord at 7 Central. This will be my first time watching it. Travis, pop your Discord in as well so people can find you if they're not already subscribed to your Discord. And Molly said she cleaned the bathroom, swept the living room and kitchen floors, watched Jen's personal curriculum video. Yay.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Very, very productive. Alexa said, I got so much done, even with my little waking up, updated my reading challenges, no graphics, breakfast, laundry, etc. Wonderful. So you and Jen had children waking up to take your attention, but you know, that happens. That's real life.
It is, yes.
That is real life. And Shannon said, got the morning going. Excellent. Eleanor's here. Quick hello this morning from the Catalina Islands, California. We are celebrating a family member birthday here this weekend. And once everyone is up, we're heading out for coffee and to explore. Nice. I love that you're going on an adventure. Mm-hmm. Eleanor leads a very adventurous life, in my opinion. She's always out and about doing something. She plays pickleball, which I will tell you, Eleanor, I'm doing these little 10-minute beginner body exercises each day. And one of the exercises was to do like a pickleball, running up to the net, running back or kind of thing. And I thought about you, Eleanor. I'm like, I'm playing pickleball in a way. I'm doing a pickleball move. That's the closest I've gotten to pickleball. And Jen said, well, I spent the hour finishing my video, took way too long, but it's done. Gold star. And you do not have to apologize for the mowing. That's real life as well.
Every time he goes by, I wish I had like a BB gun to go.
You need to tell Tim today that he was on Saturday Morning Momentum. Whether he knew it or not, yes. We all knew what he was up to this morning.
Exactly.
Give him a gold star for mowing the lawn.
I will. It needed it really badly. So yes, I appreciate him.
I know what he was doing. I know what he was doing. He was trying to mow the lawn and get it all done while you were occupied, so y'all can, have time together later on today.
Actually, I'm leaving it.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. So the afternoon, so he's
that's
fun,
why he's doing it. Yeah,
he's wonderful. I love him.
And then Nikki said, I made some great progress in my book. Less than 200 pages to go. Excellent. Nice. And I have the whole Paddington box set. I love that bear. Me too. I'm missing one book, and I don't know if they just didn't publish it here, republish, because my book is. The book was originally published in 1958 in England because it's written by a British author, but it wasn't published. This set wasn't published, I think, until 2014. So anyway, there's one book that I'm missing from my collection that I need to get. I think it's something to do with TV. I need to go back and look at my list, but I love the Paddington Bear books, I think, more than my kids.
Yeah, I think I do too.
He's so darn cute that he makes me almost want to cry. That's how sweet he is. Like, to have that much sweetness in a character, it's just, I don't know. Like Winnie the Pooh or Peter Rabbit or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And that the commercial sort of, I guess you'd call it, that they did with the Queen before she passed away, with him and the Queen. Every time I see it, I just cry.
When he offers her a marmalade sandwich out of his hat and she accepts it, I'm like, oh,
I know.
That was for her Jubilee.
It was for the Jubilee, yeah.
Alexa says, and 26% in my book. Nice. Swank got to page 190 of 260. You're making very good progress. Very nice. And look at Krista. She wanted 5 or more, and she got 8 things done off the wheel.
I need a wheel like that too. She's inspired me to make a wheel the other day.
Y'all, and you need to check out when she does her vlog, because then you get to see what she actually did off the wheel. That's what I love seeing, is I'm like, now I know what you were up to during that power hour. She gets some cleaning, some updating Bookish Journal and Goodreads, some setting up conference and Discord. Still 7 more things to do this weekend, but you'll get it knocked out. You'll do great. So this is Jen's Discord if you want to check out Jen's content. And Travis said, Laurie, you should get into audiobooks. Your voice is so perfect. That's where you was talking about the comment. Mindy said, I put all the books I hauled recently into my journal, spreadsheet, Goodreads, and Storygraph. Then I barely got started on my old school April journal. But you were busy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Organizing all of that stuff does take time, especially if you want to do it a certain way. Denise got a lot done with her book organizing. Why do I have trouble letting go of books that I know I won't read them again? Well, it's attachment. Maybe there's something in the book that really resonated with you and you're attached to that. Maybe it's the fact that you spent money on it and you don't want to just let it go for nothing. There's a lot of reasons, I think, attachment being the strongest, but I understand that. That's why I have so many books.
I do too. And lately I realized I just get in a mood. Like the other day I pulled out like 8 books, I think, or something. I added them to Pango. And I was just like, all of a sudden I was just like, yeah, nope. But I had looked at them a couple of months ago and was like, yeah, no, I think I'm going to keep you. So it just depends on where you are. And then just knowing that if you decide you have to find that rare book that you didn't even really love in the first place, you'll find it somewhere in the library, probably.
Yes. And also, I think one thing that does help me let a book go that I know that I'm not going to read again is if it's a book that I know one of my friends would really enjoy reading. And I will like send them a message and say, I think you might like this book. This is a genre I think you would enjoy. And I'll ask them first because, not everybody wants a book, coming into their home or whatever. And if they, I haven't had anybody say, no, I'll pass, which is a good thing. But the only time I've had somebody say no is if they already have a copy of it. And then they have to make a decision of what to do with it otherwise. Sometimes I keep it. Sometimes I put it in my giveaway pile. Sometimes, eventually it might end up on Pango if I ever create my Pango shop. Sometimes I donate it to the Friends of the Library store. But yeah, I feel better about letting things go when I know it's going to a good home. And then whatever happens in that home, I don't know about it. So if whatever they do with it, it's not my business anymore. So I don't know. We'll have to see. And what team or no team are you on, Kat? I am a punk. Arcade punks team. I never had the opportunity to be a punk. So I'm going to be a punk, but in a nice way, I guess. Well, it was hard. I was torn between arcade punks and then the rockers, record store rockers, because I love music. I was back in the day when you had to go stand in line at a record store to get tickets to a concert. That's how old I am. That was hard. It was like, what do I really want to be? But then I was like, you know what? I never got to be a punk in life. So I'm going to be an arcade punker.
I picked record store rockers, but I had trouble deciding between record store rockers and fashion freaks because I liked both of those things. But if I had to like really dig deep, it was definitely music too, because music just like, it was my escape, music and books. It still is. So.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Music. I love music. I could hear there's certain songs you listen to a song and it takes you right back to where you heard that song for the first time. I'm an MTV baby. Grew up with MTV, right?
Videos,
so you can, if a song comes on, you can hear the song, but you can also remember the video. It was like a big thing. I told my husband the other day, Human League. I don't know if anybody knows Human League. Human League coming to the Sanger. And I told her, I'm like, you know that song? Don't
Don't
you,
you,
baby.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, go listen to that song. You could encore it or whatever. He's like, dang, I can't believe they're still around. They're still together. So anyway, yeah, it was hard. This was a hard one. Normally, I pick a team. There's no second thoughts. I was a Silver Snake right from the beginning. No indication. The Scoobies was the top. I almost kind of thought about Beetlejuice last year, but that was like, no, Scooby-Doo. I mean, I still love him today. Not that I don't like Beetlejuice, but I just feel like Scooby-Doo is more of my heart. But yeah. So Liz, are you participating in OSA this year?
Not this year, but for people who haven't, it's so fun, and there's something for everyone, truly.
Yeah, and Laurie, you have never participated in OSA.
I haven't, and now you've all got me, thinking I need to go look at that again.
Well, I will tell you something that Kelsey did new this year. She's always had the option where you can be on a competitive team, or you could just do your own thing. Like you could use her prompts or whatever and just do your own thing and not even participate in a way.
Yeah.
Just like the prompts or whatever. But this year, she added a non-competitive team. You do have to fill out a form just saying that you're on the Mallrats team, but you don't have to submit any points. But you can use her prompts, not use her prompts, but you kind of feel like you're still part of the community if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take a look
at
it. Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun month because you get to live an analog life, I think, if you do it the right way. I mean, although I won't be just watching DVDs, I would be using my streaming services. So I'd be watching old school in a new school way.
Yeah. Okay. Also, by the way, Kat, I'm so excited because Lisa was looking at the streaming channel, whatever it's on, I don't even know. And she said, there's this series, or I think it's a series. It's called No Exit. And it sounds really good. And I said, it's from the book. It's from the book Kat gave me. And so she's like, oh, you have the book. Maybe I should read the book first. I said, it's right there.
Yeah, I will tell you, I have not seen the series or the show or whatever. But I did hear that it is different from the book.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So and also, if you guys watched Jury Duty when it was first on with the guy that didn't know, now there's a new one. It's Company. We laughed so hard last night. I thought I wasn't going to be able to go to sleep.
Oh, it's already out?
It's 3 episodes.
Oh, that's tempting.
I've never heard of Jury Duty, so I might have to check that out.
You have to start with season 1, Kat. We roar laughing. It's so funny.
I'm gonna have to write that down. Are the episodes short?
Yes, 30 minutes.
Okay, because that's my thing with my husband is last night we're trying to finish Black Summer. 2 episodes left, and I'm like, are we watching anything tonight? And he says, is there something short? I was like, well, we can go watch Black Summer, and if it's long, you just say stop and we'll stop right there or whatever.
Stop wherever you want. Yeah.
It was 58 minutes, and there was a scene that was like you were getting info, like what really, because at first it happens, and sometimes they'll do the same scene but from another perspective, another character's perspective. And so I was all mad and everything, and I could tell. I was like, Barry, can you believe that this is really what happened? And he's like, huh. I was like, are you sleeping? And he's like, I'm so tired. I was like, this is such a good part.
That's me.
I'm gonna have to refresh his memory about it, because it was an eye-opener, because I was really mad at this character, and then when I saw what really happened, I'm like, this is why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Sometimes you get surprised. So Kelly read to page 442 of 804 in Priory.
Wow. That's a big one. Yeah.
Molly's a Record Store Rocker. With Coral and Alex. And hiya to Kelly. And then Alicia said, I ate my breakfast, sent the kids outside to play, update my planners, and almost finished with my video edits. I got distracted and was looking at journaling subscription boxes. I can see how you could go down a rabbit hole, because Journals Say looks like one of those subscriptions, or at least the website looks like something you could get. You could hurt your wallet. And pretty stickers and washi tape.
Mhm.
Hi's to Molly and Alicia, and men. Am I right, Jen?
Yes.
Naomi
Absolutely.
said during Power Hour, I danced to some Just Dance videos, which was so fun. Then I listened to and read a chapter of, she said what that book was.
Little House on the Prairie.
H-O-P. What was it?
Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, Little House on the Prairie. And did my diorama while listening to a podcast.
I love dioramas. Oh my gosh.
Naomi, you getting gold stars for all that.
I'm gonna add a diorama into my personal curriculum. Maybe
that would be fun. Or collage. Collages are good too. You could make a really good collage for your journal.
Yes.
Denise said, sounds fun. Are the dance videos on YouTube? We actually have a Just Dance disc for our Wii.
I do like yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kathy got distracted with some family phone calls during Power Hour, but it was a great distraction. I feel loved. Yay!
Oh.
And Alicia Haya, super productive as usual. Tina finished her morning routine and started reading Unseen, How I Lost My Vision But Found My Voice by Molly Burke. She has a YouTube channel that talks about her experience living with blindness.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's hard to navigate if you've had sight all your life and then it's, goes away. Mm-hmm. Krista said, during the chat earlier, I had a convo with ChatGPT about a possible personal curriculum. I keep hearing about it, but have never done one. I need to watch your video, Jen. Yeah, check it out, Krista. There are quite a few people that are doing personal curriculums. Lee, who joins us, Lee's actually celebrating her birthday this weekend with her husband. That's why she's not here. But Lee has a personal curriculum video out as well.
Oh, good. We're going to do a couples curriculum, I think.
Yes. Laurie was doing one, which I thought was very cool.
We got to figure out how to do it. But yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep me posted if y'all were able to really do it successfully. I don't know if Barry and I could do a personal curriculum.
Yeah, we'll see.
His personal curriculum probably would be dragging me into Lowe's and Harbor Freight, and that would make me start itching like he is when I drag him into a bookstore or Hobby Lobby. We do have quite a bit in common, but there are some things we do not. And like, I know I will ask Barry about something and I'll say, hey, you want to do whatever? And he just acts like he never heard me say it, even though he's looking at me. And I'm like, I guess that's a no.
Yeah. Tim and I have been watching Hannibal together because we're real late to that. We never watched it. We just finished season 1 last night. But I have been solo watching all the David Lynch stuff because I know Tim would be like, what is this? I mean, and sometimes I'm like, what is this? But to me, it's in a good way because I love it. But he would be like, I don't understand and what is happening. So yeah, he wouldn't appreciate it.
Y'all know Barry fell asleep in Eraserhead because he was just like the first thing where the whole thing in space, whatever. It's just like, what are we watching? What is this about? I'm like, it's like surreal, it's like Salvador Dali, kind of thing. But it's film form, it's art. And then next thing I know, he's sleeping. So I was like, I was solo watching that, but it was okay.
Did he watch season 3 of Twin Peaks? Because I feel like there's a through line from Eraserhead to season 3.
I don't know if Barry has ever watched Twin Peaks.
Oh, okay. Because I'm always curious if people like one but not the other.
I'm going to be watching season 3. That I'm going to be watching The Return. I'm going to start it this coming week because I never did watch it. I'd seen 1 and 2, but yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm due for a rewatch. It's been so long. I'm due for a rewatch, so maybe I can convince him of that. But we're supposed to be rewatching the first season of The X-Files, and every time I mention it, he just looks at me. So he's like, I'm like, you're the one that made me stop last Old School April because you wanted to see it, and now you're like changing your mind. I'm like, I guess I'll be watching that solo too. But you know what it is? Those episodes are long, so it might take us 2 years at the rate we're going because they're like 24 episodes.
I would be so tempted to say, use your words.
No, that's his way. That's his way of just not. It's so funny too. It's like he doesn't want to say no because of, I guess, what he thinks it might, the reaction. And he doesn't want to say yes. I don't know. I may have to talk to him about that. I might have to say, which parent did you get this from?
Right.
Like some kind of trauma you had.
Mm.
Nikki said, I haven't read it since high school. I loved it when I needed to read. I loved it. Then I needed to reread it to see if I still love it. I love Little House on the Prairie. Elizabeth at Lizzie Faye Loves Books does a very short Little House on the Prairie readathon in February. It's around Laura Ingalls Wilder's birth and death. So I think it's like 4 days. And I always participate because it allows me to go back and read during that period of time. I love those books. Travis said, oh, my It Conqueror Challenge badge came in. It's beautiful. I'll post it on Discord. Yay. So excited. And Naomi said, yes, they're on YouTube. They have fun ones like California Girls, Rasputin, or Rasputin, however you spell it.
Yeah. Okay.
Posted the medal in gold stars. Excellent. I'm so happy. I'm almost finished my Vincent van Gogh, y'all. I'm loving it. The Conqueror Challenge, I didn't think I was going to love it as much, but once I figured out the technology, I'm loving it because of everything that you learn along the way. And I'm planting trees, y'all. I'm like, so excited trees. And now Paddington the musical, every video I see, it makes me cry. I know Travis and I decided that if Paddington Bear does come to the United States and it comes close to us, that we're going to go see it together.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
I'll go with you, but I can't.
Nikki says, yes, I think it's going to, the music's beautiful. I encourage everyone to check out the music if you can.
It makes
beautiful.
Me cry. Yeah.
It will touch you to where like I tear up because there's so many beautiful, the lyrics are beautiful and the music. Nikki's at 84% in her ebook. Here is Krista's channel, Books and Gems. Yes, because you can also, she has a personal journey channel as well.
Yes.
And Alicia. And hello to Molly. Kelly says, I donate my books to little free libraries, which make me feel like I'm doing good, so it's easy to let go. That is another good idea. I have done that as well. I've been almost completely digital reader now, and it has helped me with buying books. My rule now is to read it digitally first, and then if I love it and have to have it, I'll buy it. Liz does that too. But she gets hers from the library, and if she loves it, then she'll purchase. Maybe I'll try Pango, Laurie. Have you had a good experience with them?
Yes, and yes.
Best quote of the live, I am a punk.
That's your merch, Kat. I'm telling you.
Come to Cat's Adventures. I am a punk. Like, what? Travis said, I love Pango. It's the easiest site to sell books. It knows the weight of your book just based off the ISBN.
Yeah.
We have lots of people that have Pango. Jen, Liz, Laurie, Krista. And Krista says, I agree. I love Pango and found it very easy to get started and add books. Just start saving all your mailing envelopes and boxes that come in. That saved me a ton of money.
Also true. Yeah.
I highly recommend that, y'all, because when I repackage all when I do my giveaway. Travis said, if you don't have a printer, you can create a QR code for your package, and the post office just scans that and prints out your shipping label that way.
That's good. I didn't
Super
know that.
easy. Reach out if you need help. Yes, we can help you with that. And I want my MTV. Yeah. I miss that. I do. MTV took a different turn, and once it didn't do music videos, it was sad. Travis said, oh, this is a good time. You 4 women need to give me your favorite music album for me to add a list of albums that friends recommend to me. I saw you posted that in the music channel, Travis, but I have to look at the album names because I can give you quite a few of my favorites. You might not like some of the music I listen to, but we'll see. Laurie, come join. Just join, but join Fashion Freaks. We are better, and we also
Hey, hey, hey.
The punks are the best.
Rockers.
Betty says the jury is hilarious, but you have to give it a little time. The same with the new season. Yeah, I think certain shows, Schitt's Creek was like that for me. You have to give it a little time to start.
True.
Also, the Unbreakable. I think it's Unbreakable. I want to say it's either Unbreakable or Unspeakable, but the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. My husband is not fond of it, but he will watch it because he thinks Titus is hilarious. And he also thinks Ellie Cooper is pretty funny as Kimmy. The show is so ridiculous, but you laugh so much because it's so ridiculous. Some of the things just like, but I don't know if the jury is hilarious in that same vein. Mindy's a record store rocker. Not many punks out there, man.
More fashion.
Jen, did you see the Atlanta School of Puppetry is doing Edgar Allan Poe plays? It looks so cool. Look it up. It's going until April 4th. Wish there was a way we could go together.
I wish we could too. That sounds amazing.
I can't do as much during the spring. Emily's here. I'm currently working tickets at a track meet. Been here since 9. Woohoo, Emily.
So dedicated.
To Laurie, I am about to record a personal curriculum video. Go Kelly set up a personal curriculum for this year and didn't even know that was what I was doing. I divided into 5 categories of 5-year-long goals each. We'll see how I do.
Wow.
So exciting.
And my husband and I have spent 6 hours in a bookstore together before. Well, maybe y'all like y'all both like it. Ruby Granger does a good personal curriculum video. Thank you, Swank. And your honey sounds like mine. She reads but prefers the stores with wood. Yeah. Now he will go in and just kind of look at audiobooks, or he'll go to the magazines. A lot of times he'll get a coffee if we go to Books A Million, and he goes straight to the magazine section.
That's what Tim does.
Yes. And then what'll happen is if I'm taking too long, he'll kind of like pass by and, like give me a look.
Remind you that he's there.
I'm like, oh goodness. And to Travis, are you a vinyl collector? I'm getting back into it. Already building a good collection. Got a new stereo system. Waiting for my turntable. It's on back order. I know. I wish I would have kept my vinyl albums. I'm so mad I gave them away. To Denise, I just am wanting to open up to new music that I've never probably listened to. Also love The Great Gatsby.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a good one. Have to sign off to have a great week, all. Thanks for the power hour. Bye, Kathy. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm working on Jurassic Park Coast Challenge now. Fun. And my collection is mostly classic rock, some progressive rock, and new wave. Fleetwood Mac Rumors is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. That one. Yeah. I like Broadway show albums, too.
Pango is so easy to use. That reminds me, I may need to add more books to mine. Agreed. Pango's easy. What music channel, Kat? Oh, in my Discord, Denise. There's a music channel in the Discord under, I don't know what it's called. You are on my Discord, right, Denise? I wish I could remember. It's my stuff, and I set it up, and I can't remember. It's under Everyday Adventures. There is a music channel. So if you go to that, you can find where Travis posted. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is so good. It's hilarious. Yes. Yeah, same. Krista's got to sign off, going to my library to help out at the book drive. My goal for this week is taxes. Have a great week.
Me too. But I'm going to start tomorrow.
Yeah, because we are going over. Let's talk about our intentions. And if we have time to go back through comments, I will. Let's see. I'm going to tag that.
Okay. Too, actually.
Thanks for being here, Krista. Okay, so Liz, what are your intentions for this week?
Largely, they're to be determined, but there are two things I know that I want to do. The first is I am addicted to this drink that I buy at the grocery store, and it's super, super overpriced. And I usually only buy it on sale, but like it's out of control. So I want to try to duplicate the recipe and see if I can figure out a more cost-effective way to do it.
Oh,
So
awesome.
that's number one. And then number two is I've been doing this thing where I only read and watch things that are pre Y2K. I think I might want to open that up just for this week because there's some books on my shelves that I want to read to know whether I want to donate them, sell, or what do I want to do with them. I don't think I want to keep them anymore. So I have to read them first. And also, and this is bad, but there's a new series that just dropped. I don't know if anyone watched season 1 of Deadlock, but it's like my very favoriteest thing in the world. And so season 2 just dropped, and I'm like, I'm watching it. So I don't care. So I'm giving myself 1 week to be back in the modern times, and then I'll go back.
Yeah, but I mean, that's okay. I mean, you make the rules, you know,
Exactly.
for what you're doing. So sometimes you can break the rules if you make the rules, right?
Yes.
Laurie, what is your intentions for the week?
Finish up and get the bookkeeping data to my accountant, if she still is my accountant after me being so late for 2 years in a row. I'm also going to finish this book for book club and maybe start another one as well. And I'm going to walk again because I love that. In fact, I can walk to my little free library, so I usually bring a book with me once a month for sure. I'm going to try to set up this couple's curriculum, like group curriculum that we're going to make and see if that works and start it. I'd like to start it. And is that it? I think that might. Oh, we're also going to have to prep this week. This next weekend is our baby weekend. We have the youngest one, so we need to make sure we have cookies and we and we have everything kind of tidied up and all the plug things in the walls and all that. So get ready for her. Yeah.
Fun. Jen, how about you?
This afternoon, I'm going with some friends. We're going to have an Astara tea for spring equinox. This, yesterday was actually Astara, but we are doing it today because it's Saturday. Tomorrow, I'm going with my sister to an arts and crafts show. Monday, I'm meeting a friend for lunch. Friday is Rena's prom. So I am going to be getting some makeup for her this week. I already got like a small barrel curling iron to do spiral curls with her hair. And I tested it out last week and it looks so pretty. Her dress alteration should be finished. And I ordered the little, that's probably TMI, but the little sticky things to put on the boobs, so her, so she can wear her dress and, the bra thing. So she said getting those. And then I'm going to continue working on my courses for my personal curriculum. And I'm going to film, upload, get the video done for my journal flip through. I was going to do it this past week, but I ended up only getting to the one video, the personal curriculum video. So I want to do that. And if I have any energy left, I will get back to decluttering my office. So we will see what happens there.
Very nice. Very nice. I am going to continue my 10-minute body program that I'm doing. I'm going to finish, well, not finish, but continue working on my Van Gogh Conqueror Challenge. I'm getting close to finishing. My goal is to finish on his birthday, March 30th. I still have some tax prep to do because Barry and I are going to get our taxes done tomorrow. I do have to go to Spa 728 this week. I have a lunch date planned with my friend, Michelle. I have a haircut. I've got friends at the library, and I have Cozy Cottage Book Club. So I have something to do every day this week except for Friday. So it's weird. Last week, I had all free days. This week, I have something every day. But and I am slowly but surely decluttering my office, and it's taken time, but I am making progress, and I'm loving the progress. So that's keeping me motivated, even if it's only for a few minutes, each day. It's at least something. Shannon said her intentions are to start revisions on A Curse of Spikes and Smoke from Alpha Rita feedback. Format next book to publish April 24th, Wildfire and the Sun Prince. Very good. Let's Let's see. Travis said, my intentions are to get through homework and survive work. My boss has been on another level. I also really need to organize my bookshelves. They are destroyed. That can be time consuming. Alicia said, I created a notebook for my intentions, but for the weekend, I want to clean up the house from decluttering Lorelei's room, my reading sprints tomorrow, and add books to Pingo. Excellent. Jen's intentions are to finish her assignment due Tuesday, get a head start on other assignments, and try to get some content done. Jen's really been hit hard this semester with her school stuff, like for her degree. So yeah, she's been doing a lot with that. Denise said, I have probably said this before, but need to organize my craft stuff. Hopefully I'll actually get to it this time. Hopefully that'll be good for you. And then Nikki said, I have to budget for the next month because between having a diet change and paycheck not increasing, I am now having to figure out what has to go. Then it's adding a paper to my taxes. Right. And let's see, I'm just trying to look at intentions. I don't mean to skip people's comments, but we're like getting short on time. And then Nikki also said, along with reading and writing sprints with Kelly and Alicia. Excellent. Kelly said, my intention is to survive the schedule I've set for myself. That's really my intention every week. Yeah, I think sometimes we do overload ourselves, and that can be the stumbling block sometimes, is that and I think that was probably my stumbling block last week, was that I put too many things on my to-do list when I should have just done the one big thing that I needed to do. And if I had time, did some other stuff kind of thing. Swank said, this week I have daily writing sprints with Kelly and Alicia at 8 a.m. Central and a dance workshop, and continue the end of the world as we know it. So hopefully I got to everybody's intentions. I'm looking really quickly just to see. I think I got to everything.
Yay.
Yep. Okay, so I want to say thank you all very much. Travis, make sure that you wrote down some of these LPs that people put in here, some of their favorite albums. So that'll add to what you're doing for the week. And here is Alicia's Morning Time Pirates for anybody that's looking for writing sprints during the week. She hosts those, I think, pretty much every day, huh, Alicia? Or is that Monday through Thursday? I'm not really sure. But let us know for sure. Okay, friends. So that is Saturday Morning Momentum. We had a very good and productive day, a little bit longer this Saturday morning. So I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week ahead. Let us know what you're getting up to in the Discord. If you want to, share, if you're having a stumbling block, if you're having some gold stars, whatever it is that you are doing, let us know. Kelly hosts them on her channel, and yes, Monday through Friday. Thank y'all so very much for being here. We appreciate y'all very much. And till next week, again, have a wonderful week ahead. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.